Okay, what college classes have you used the most?
So while I was in college at Lafayette College in Easton, Pennsylvania, I was a civil engineering major, and the class that I used the most was actually the ethics class. I think as an engineer, the focus is always on your technical skills, but I think the most important part is your ethics and really doing work that you're competent in and knowing when to ask for help and dealing with some great issues when you're dealing with the client. So I think understanding the ethics and the roles and responsibilities to society and your client as an engineer is probably one of the most important classes I've taken.
Okay, what skills have been most important to your career?
I think the skill that's the most important has been the communication skills. At college, I went to a liberal arts school for Lafayette, and that was a combination of technical skills, math, science, but also a lot of writing. I think for engineers, there's also, the bias that they can't communicate the ideas that they have. So it's important to be able to have strong writing and communication skills so that if there are ideas or theories that you have to express, you're able to merge the two and explain it to different audiences.
Why did you choose to be an engineer?
I chose to be an engineer actually because of my interest in video games. One of the main video games I played when I was younger was Sims, and it was creating these cities and these worlds in virtual reality. And my interest in that wanted me to actually build those things in real life. So I think engaging in that type of activity where you are allowed to create is what got me excited in engineering.
Why do you like your job?
I like my job most importantly because of the people that I work with. I think with the engineers and the type of projects that we engage in, it requires a very diverse group of people. So you're working with marketing, communications, legal, economists. So I think it's really about bringing that interdisciplinary group, and then you're learning from each other and being able to bring a project to completion.
What does your typical day at work involve?
I would say there is no typical day at work, especially when as an engineer and working for AECOM, your clients, they have issues that may arise, and it's really about being able to respond to them in a timely manner. But I think the biggest thing is about engaging with your other coworkers on issues as they come up. So the most important thing, again, is communication, being able to address issues as they come up with a plan of action and a way that you can execute that plan successfully.
What do you want others to know about engineering?
I think the most important thing for people to know about engineering, it really is what makes the built environment. It's everything that you see from the table that you do work on, the computer that you email friends and family. It's all around you, and everyone has some sort of relationship to it. So when you're using technology or walking on the street, there's some engineering aspect that's a part of it. So it's important to know that it's just everywhere around you, and it's how you're able to do the things that you do every day.
How has your engineering education helped you?
I think my engineering education has helped me the most by knowing how to problem solve. So I think the biggest thing, you may not have the technical skills behind or that's required for a certain project or task, but I think the most important thing is learning how to address problems. So it's identifying the problem, looking at possible solutions, trade-offs for those solutions, and then proposing alternatives, and then selecting one of those alternatives as a recommendation. So it's going through that very scientific process of figuring out a solution to a problem.
Okay, that's all.